Hi there, Serial Trader here. Let's have a look at weed, and this will be before the market opens on Monday. So as of Friday's close, it looks like we did a little bullish engulfing candlestick here, engulfing the real body of Thursday's candlestick. So Thursday had this bullish hammer style candlestick, didn't quite come down to touch that T line, although I'll show CGC in a moment. It basically touched the T line. And then on Friday, we opened lower than we closed or opened on Thursday, and then we closed higher than we closed or opened on again on Thursday. So we did a bullish engulfing candlestick. Volume was a little lower, relatively speaking, although on its own that doesn't necessarily mean too much. But you certainly want to see volume maintain some sort of strength during an uptrend. So that's a minor knock on a bullish scenario. Just bring the CGC chart over quickly to compare. CGC, same kind of bullish hammer reversal on Thursday, basically off the T line, and then again, same bullish engulfing pattern on Friday as we'd had, but also notable that a little bit lower relative volume from what we had been trading at. I mean, still pretty healthy volume, but definitely a little lower, and considering it was a up day and a reversal candlestick, that's a little bit, again, a little bit of a knock on a bullish outcome, but just a minor one. So move CGC aside there. And okay, so focusing on the weed short-term wave count, still like that we had this smaller degree wave 3 top in place here at 74.45, and then we had a nice pretty clear at this point ABC down for this wave 4. Okay, smaller degree wave 4, and now pretty reasonable to think that we're now working the next impulsive wave for what will be this small degree wave 5, which could complete this larger degree wave 5, which would complete this larger intermediate degree wave 3 on the daily chart. And then at that point, it'd probably be appropriate to start positioning with some longer dated puts to give lots of time for it to work out for this intermediate wave 4 pullback, which should be quite sizable percentage wise. But here, just not super clear. I mean, other than we've broken out of this channel quite nicely. We started breaking out of this base channel I had drawn from this initial 1-2, although kind of rejecting and drifting back into it. So it might be a case that we have a 1-2, 1-2, and then we're going to have an extended third wave. Just to put a wave count on it. So 1-2. I don't like that we have a 3-4 because this forward overlap. So maybe a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let me just get the degree so it's one lower than the current one being displayed. So sub-minuet to the minuet. And could potentially be developing like this. Let's get rid of that. So let's see here. Try and make this look somewhat proportional. Okay, maybe that. Then we'd have this larger 4 that would not overlap with this one. And then we'd have our larger 5 up. And then that would complete, the larger 5 still. Sorry, the larger 5 still for the minor wave 5. That's a potential roadmap for how this sequence could develop. Certainly unknown at this point, but that's what I'd be looking for. And then once we had a completed looking 5-wave sequence that made a new high above 74.45, I'd be pretty comfortable starting to position for a larger decline. But at this point, not overly clear, still not really a quality trade setup, so I'm certainly not interested in trading this too much until I see a clear pattern in place, and then at that point likely looking for a downside trade setup. But at this point, just watching and waiting. Certainly a bullish engulfing, but a little bit diminished by the fact that volume was a bit weaker, relatively speaking. Also, just can't get comfortable trying to do a long bias trade when we're still just remaining in this overbought daily RSI. it cooled off slightly, but we're still well above 70 on daily RSI as of Friday's close, and also perhaps more concerning, weekly RSI is at 79, almost 80. So I certainly don't like to be doing any large buying type trades under those conditions, and in fact, just looking for a reversal and some sort of downside trade setup. That's what I think the next decent swing opportunity will be here. But certainly not ruling out that short-term advance to potentially test the existing highs or make new ones. So just carefully watching and waiting. Should be interesting this coming week. All right, Serial Trader signing off.